Yo, 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 yo. What's good? Not too much. How's everybody doing tonight? What we doing tonight? Look at that nice little background there. I like that. I feel like I'm in the skybox. Right, right. Oh, welcome to After Dark. Yeah. All right. So, right, before we go any further, we always got to do them sound checks. So, what's going on? Let's see what the chat's saying. So, they can hear me, but they can't hear you, Al. Oh, wow. In the
Well, maybe
building.
that ought to help them. Now I'm coming in loud and clear, right?
How about
How
that?
about that? What is up, y'all? What's good?
What's good?
What is up? Chat, tell us how we sounding right now.
Yes, let's just hear that before I can start saying hi to everybody.
Right?
Alrighty, here we go. That was perfect and awesome.
Yes.
Hey,
Let's go.
good. That's what I like to hear. All right, let's say what's up to everybody. We got Ryan H up in the
What's up,
building.
Ryan? What's up, Ryan?
Hi, Bashti.
Hey,
Mike
Vashti.
motherfucking Porter. What's good? Got
Mike Porter, what's
second
popping,
global.
man?
Yes, sir. Steve Denton's in the building. We got
Yo.
Osaka Red.
What's up,
What
Osaka?
else we got here? What's up, Captain Pennsylvania?
Yep.
Reefer Man Reviews. My man went and did it. Look at that.
I ain't mad. I ain't mad.
We got Jason up in the building. There we go. We got
What's
Josh
good?
from Den of Nerds.
What's up? Shout to Josh. What's good?
See Godfather.
In the building, man. In the building. That man is double duty tonight because we actually got the Godfather gonna join us tonight. So we're gonna
Yes,
go ahead and
sir.
bring that man in. What's popping, good sir?
The Godfather.
What's happening, guys?
Godfather.
Oh man, chilling, man, chilling.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the first live show I've caught. I just decided to wait until I was on to catch a live show. So
hey man, that's all good.
Right.
That's all good. We ain't mad one bit. One
Now
bit,
you get
man.
to experience how great it is up close.
It's a beautiful
in
thing,
person.
man. It's a beautiful thing. You can't. You
I
can't
thought
knock
I'd bring
this.
some color to the crew tonight.
Oh man, yeah. Word.
Right.
You
And
know
speaking
we
of
need
color,
it.
what we got back there in the hat? It looks
Oh,
very
I'm
colorful.
just here. I'm just here babysitting Wade tonight.
Are you babysitting?
Oh, you
Wade?
babysitting?
Did you feed him?
Yeah.
Does Wade
He-
speak? Can he say hi?
I think I can get Wade to say hi.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Wow.
That thing is dope, man. Love that.
I love those things. They say like over 600 phrases.
Word.
600 things. He does not shut up, just like Wade.
Really? And you can control it. Uh oh.
But he controls himself.
No, man, you got to mind his
can't-
own.
Tell me, you ever walked in on your Nana knitting?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Never.
Can't say I have.
I've always wanted you though. Your favorite fruit snack?
Hey, bring him a little closer. Let everybody
It's,
get a good look at him.
There we
You're
go.
out there, cowboy.
Awesome.
Love that.
So, like, how often does he say something without?
He'll talk whenever you give him a chance. It's hard to shut him up.
That's what she said.
Perfect.
Hilarious, man.
Oh, you're using my app. See anything you like?
Yeah, all of that.
Oh yeah.
Wow. It's kind of like we got two guests on the show.
Open the door.
That's what I'm saying, man. Kicking it off with big things, man.
I'm gonna have him say goodnight, say goodbye for a little bit because he's gonna get real loud.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. Gotta take squirrel poo out of the blender.
Maybe one day we'll be able to get the real Deadpool on the show.
You know,
That'd be really nice.
one day, man. One day, no doubt.
Shooting for the stars. I always
You
shoot
know,
for the stars.
my wife sang with Wolverine, so with their feud going on, they can maybe work something in there. So
Oh, that would be cool.
yeah, I got the like through Hugh Jackman connection, but
No doubt.
Let's see if we can get that popping one
That's what I'm
day.
saying,
All
right?
right,
We
so
got to.
we went back and
Yes, sir.
revisited the comments from last week's show, and we
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of actually good ones there, especially from Santa. I can't wait till I get to read Santa's. His was very intuitive. He went all the way back. He made me envision times that I've never seen before in my life. But starting off, we had Ryan. He said he wore out the buttons on the Tiger Electronic Mortal Kombat game. How
Man,
many people in the chat have played any of those? The fighting game from Tiger back in the day. I remember those were popping. I actually bought a virtual reality one, and I'm not gonna lie, it worked me out for no reason because you're supposed to like shake and kick and punch the little moving dude on the screen, and sadly enough, every time I would punch and kick, nothing would ever happen to the dude, but I would be dying of fatigue and sweat wearing that thing.
man.
I see my man Mike motherfucking Porter. He said he had the Mattel handheld baseball, basketball, and the football game from Calico.
That's what's up.
Those things, that's really unique. Like we have some boomers
Hey,
here
man.
commenting because I'm not gonna front. I've never had a Calico.
Oh, man.
You know,
You missed
it
out.
sounds like a gun.
You missed out, brother. You missed out.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
But here's
man.
something I know a little more about. We had the Adam G here. He said he had a soft spot in his heart for the Sega Game Gear. He said he never got to own one, but his best friend did, and he always remembers wanting to turn it on whenever his friend was over the house and take turns playing it.
that was
bet.
always the worst. When your friend had the system,
And you had to, yes, man. It worked out.
and you had to hang outside his door until he got home after school just so you could go in and play.
Oh, man.
Right.
No doubt. Or even,
I remember lunchtime for me, I used to get to play with all my friends' Game Gears and Game Boys because they would bring it to school.
that
What
was
about
like,
you, Al?
that was always the cool kid, right? The one that came to school with the games and whatnot. Like, you're like, oh, I
Right.
want to go hang around this dude. You know who I
One
was,
who had
though?
a
It was like,
catalog of Pokemon cards.
see, exactly, right? Exactly. But with the game stuff, man, I was always that future-proof dude. It's like, yeah, y'all got the game, but after about 30 minutes, y'all gonna need some batteries. I always had those
Right.
double A's on standby. I'm like, oh, you gonna have to let me get 15 minutes. You want these, player? So always hustling.
Always got to do that. Let's
Oh,
see here.
yeah,
We got
man.
Captain Pennsylvania. He said he still rep that PSP so he could play X-Men Legends and Ultimate Alliance on that joint. I feel you.
Man, the
We
PSP
got
is
a
where it was
millennial.
at, man.
We got a millennial
Yeah.
in the house.
Right.
No
He
doubt.
was
probably
all-
has no idea what
It
that.
was all Game Boy in my generation.
Straight, yeah,
Right.
man. I'm with you on that Game Boy though. That's what I cut my teeth on, man. Like that was what I was
But the-
gaming. What was your favorite game?
Real question. So the real question is not what game was your favorite, but real question is, was it the color version or way the hell before they had the color
Oh
version?
no, bro. I had the green screen, the
Right.
big brick Game Boy.
Oh, yeah.
I had that
Yeah.
OG where
They
it was
gave him the case.
yes, with the
Yeah.
case.
Even the
Exactly.
case.
Dude.
Exactly.
Yep. Had that exact joint. I ended up upgrading to the Game Boy Pocket. I had the little red joint, and then my younger sister got the Game Boy Color. I was jealous as hell. I'm like, how you get the color stuff and I got this? I'm like, Pop, I asked my dad if I could get a new Game Boy. Looked at me like, what's wrong with the one you got? Oh, I guess nothing then. I'm gonna keep playing this Tetris until these buttons wear
You
out.
gonna play it like
Right.
you gonna do what I tell you to do. I tell you do it,
something,
do it.
do it. taser. Now look, 8,000 points to the first person in the chat that can tell us where we dropped that from. Matter of fact, 8 million points if you can
That's
tell
a
us
lot
where
of
that's
points.
from. That's a lot of points.
That is a lot.
That's
of
a
points,
lot
man.
of points. Look,
I
I'm
wouldn't
trying.
even have to
I'm
give that many points away.
I'm very confident that that's a very deep cut for YouTube heads, man. Very deep.
Oh yeah. I'm really
Deeper than I can go.
Oh man, but that was funny, man. It's funny, getting to know my man Lavas and getting the show kind of up and running, man. the stuff that we have in common in terms of our entertainment preferences is just so hilarious. So hilarious. It's like, man, you seen that too? Oh my God. And we're going to get into some of that here later on as we move along through After Dark, through the episodes. We definitely got to touch on some of that, Lavas, and put some people on a couple of those, man.
Yeah. I most definitely do that.
We just have to find the cleanest version we can.
Now let's get
we
to
got a question. We got a question in the chat about what the points get them.
Oh man, we haven't even. The funny part about it is, we don't even know yet because we don't even know if we want the points to matter. we just gonna
something off the wall behind one of us.
There you go.
How we're doing
it? Let me make sure I don't have nothing up. I don't know, man. It'd be hard to part ways. Look, I got some though, man. Like I got a fake Funko Pop from Lando Calrissian that a coworker gave me. And,
a fake one?
Dude, it's like she got it out of Ross, and it's freaking cute as hell, man. But it's funny because it makes Lando look like some kind of cat from a 70s exploitation film, man. I'm just like, it's almost like a little baby Black Dynamite, if you know what that is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, man, it's hilarious. Hilarious, man.
That's too funny.
No doubt.
I have one Funko Pop, and I took it out the package.
Oh yeah,
because he needed to be free and he needed to have his cape, and it was just killing me watching him float there like Mr. Freeze had frozen in time.
I mean, could you imagine though, like with Funko Pops, like what if they were like alive? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they do think, and it's like they get bought, they see some kid coming to pick them out the store, or some grown ass man, and it's like, yes, we're free, we finally get to, and you go home and get put on a shelf, and you still in the box. You're like, ain't this a bitch? Like, I thought I was going somewhere. You just moving me from one shelf to another.
That's a Toy Story I'd watch.
There you go. Right. Exactly.
I don't know if Disney will make that though.
Oh,
we'll have to get someone else to do it. Maybe hit up the Wayans brothers.
Might work.
They're always little
I got a buddy over that works over at Funko, so I'll pitch it to him.
So, speaking of which, with toys, what I really like to watch, and I need to actually watch a little bit more of those. I like to watch the stop motion animations. You guys ever watch those?
No, I don't watch too much of it.
They are really fun to watch because you get to see a lot of your favorite toys and characters. Some people actually go all the way back in the day, like they'll do the He-Man toys, the ones that's not even posable, and it's not exactly like how they do on Robot Chicken, because Robot Chicken, we already know they go way out on some of the stuff they do, but they'll do like fight scenes, and they'll actually put the time in to put in, like if they have Iron Man, they'll actually put the time in for you to see him shoot his beams. And like the Transformers, there's one where the dude really, you can see them transform back and forth. And it's just amazing. I don't know. I love watching stop motion. There's so much that goes into it. It's a lot of respect for the people who do that.
No doubt.
Okay. So we were getting to Santa's comment here because he had to come and watch the replay. So I'm pretty sure that while he was watching, he thought his little baby Santa self and
got nostalgic for when before his beard had gray in it.
Most definitely. Before he had little elves making all the toys. He remembers that his favorite handheld video game was the original 1977 Mattel's electronic football game.
Oh.
And then he shares with us a little moment when he was 10 years old and the original Star Wars was released, and he vividly remembers seeing the opening scene in the theater. It was just breathtaking. Never saw anything like that before. He was only 10, so he didn't really have nothing to compare it to. But the "No, I am your father" was unbelievable. And, a lot of us, he said he thought it was a lie, but just finding out that stunning memory and seeing Han frozen in the carbonite, it was just so amazing. But reading this, I kind of wonder, the hell we talk about Star Wars for, man? We were talking about handheld games.
You know what?
That was, now if he had went into, he was playing a handheld game like that, it'd be like, great. But Santa just fell back in time, and I had to share it with you guys.
And that's why we love Star Wars Santa, man, because he can do that and he can take you back, and you sitting there reading and you're like, man, like I really feel like I'm right there, man. And plus it's Star Wars, man. So anybody want to leave us a Star Wars comment, I'm gonna go ahead and say you get that read online. Like we gonna do that. As long as it ain't nothing crazy. As long as it's not nothing crazy.
8 million points.
That's what I'm saying, man. Look, that's why I threw it out there, man. Look, you probably got somebody Googling like crazy too.
Yeah. What I said was, if I tell you do it, you do it.
Look, and I even backdoored it with another clue when I was with the taser.
Right.
Man, oh my god.
I got a
Oh,
good
man.
transition into the next topic.
What's up?
Gotcha.
What I'm drinking tonight, which is Stone's Notorious POG,
Oh,
because it sounded like some hip hop. I heard we were talking about, and if you saw, I just took a sip of that, and I had to take a step back because it's got a
I had to back
Berliner
up off of it.
style ale with added passion fruit, orange, and guava, and it is tasty.
Very
most
nice.
definitely. So how many people are familiar with iced tea? And I know you guys were here last week when we were talking about Def Jam Fight for New York. And we were totally geeking out about that. Really happy about it. Well, it turns out right after that, Ice-T went on and did a tweet for the gamers.
Go ahead.
And he was he posted that gif of him in the Def Jam Fight for New York and asked for a reboot for the new console. And it's totally amazing. Man, that we're all in sync like that.
And look, that's what I'm saying. It's all we already have the After Dark juju working already. We talked about it, geeked out about it, and then what do you know? Ice-T, lo and behold, drops a tweet saying they need to remake the joint for the PS5. I'm with it. And you know what? Yeah. And this is kind of a little hint towards what we're gonna get into in a little bit here, but I wouldn't be mad if they made like the entire Death Row Records PlayStation exclusive. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah, most definitely. You see all these beautiful games that I have here, I actually kind of even left for PC a little bit, but it has to come out Sony PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Exactly.
And I know I was waiting for that. There we go, Josh.
Look, oh man, there it is, man.
It's increasing. His rage level is off the chain.
You know, I don't know what to
Godfather.
Where's that super chat? Where's the super chat to start Josh's rant?
Oh man. Yeah.
That's what we need right now. Josh needs to jump in here with a rant.
Yeah,
just
man.
knock it completely off. Godfather, tell me, what are some of your favorite hip hop artists?
Oh, Lin-Manuel Miranda, David Diggs. Okay. No, I'm
like
I'm digging on Hamilton right now, and I understand what that sounds like. But, I understand that's not hip hop, people. Let's get away from that in the chat because we don't need to go there. No, I enjoy hip hop. I have to say my kids and I enjoy quite a bit of Macklemore.
All right.
Like the token white guy in the room. You know, I enjoy some good hip hop.
Well, Macklemore got flow. I'm not even going to hate on him. He sounds pretty good.
Lil Dicky.
Oh yeah,
I like
Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky's official.
Now, Lil Dicky to me is a lot better than some of these newer artists out here.
Oh, without question, man. Look, at least I know what Lil Dicky is talking about.
Exactly.
And I know I sound like the resident old head when I say that, but bruh, and I'm not even like, one of these people that's like anti-mumble rap or anything like that, but I like some of this new stuff, but some of these cats, man, I don't even know what they saying half the time. I'm like, it sound dope, but you could be like trying to put me under some kind of spell or something. I don't like that. Right.
So, Godfather,
I'm at that age.
Go ahead.
I'm at that age where I watch everything with captions now.
Yeah.
And I have to say that made watching Hamilton and David's spots in that go much easier for me to be able to read along with whatever the hell he was saying. So,
yeah, even the subtitles for the mumble rappers are mumbled when you read it. It's like it's like, oh, that was hot, bro. No.
Yeah, man. I salute him, man. Get your paper, but yeah, not for me.
Right.
Not for me.
So I'm gonna name off some people and see if you know any of them, Godfather. Okay, so immediately, because they were throughout the entire game. I know you know about the RZA, the GZA, the Method Man, the Wu-Tang Clan. They were totally main characters in that game. I know you know about Busta Rhymes. Of course, we know about Busta Rhymes. We had Bubba Sparks. Bubba Sparks, he was really hard in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, with the Wu-Tang affiliates, we got Redman. I like me some Redman. Totally like me some Redman. We had Scarface. We had Sticky Fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Warren G. Everybody's favorite Snoop Dogg. Slick Rick.
Oh yeah.
There was a whole bunch of David Banner was in it. Like, it came out during a really great time in music, and you got to play a game where you get to beat everybody's ass, especially if you didn't like the song they came out with.
Oh man.
Or you got to ride out on them with Warren G.
You're missing one of the best from that game. Henry Rollins, man.
Henry Rollins.
Yes. Most definitely.
Yeah, man. I think that was what threw me the most when I started playing that game. I'm like, what? They got Henry Rollins in this game? Like, they went all out. They were not playing. Man, it was freaking hilarious.
They got as many people as they could to be in that game. And it was a really great game. Like, I still got to mess with that emulator, Al, because we're going to have to get that together so we can maybe stream and see.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we definitely got to do that, man. I was actually messing with it a little bit last night. Played a couple, but I'm still, early on in my character now. I'm still trying to go back and get the swing of it. Man, Ice-T whooped my ass about 4 times in a row last night. My wife was like, "Baby, just go to bed." I'm like, "Nah, man, I can't ride out like that." Ice-T ain't gonna be whooping my ass all over the place.
Yeah, because he be looking down on you like you're a punk.
Your mama's a punk and your dad. Yeah, it's like, nah, man, hold on. You're not gonna talk to me like that.
Right. You couldn't quit if you wanted to. You had to go.
Hell no, I got it right. You can't talk about my mom and I'm just hitting reset, bro. Nah, we running it back, and it's got to be decisive. Ain't gonna be no. I gotta whoop your ass, man. You talking about my mama? Hold on.
Right. Stop it with all that.
Oh yeah.
Shoot. So luckily, we keep it confined to games when it comes to the fighting, though, because if people were to bring that in the real world, then I think issues like stuff that happened behind the scenes on the Ellen DeGeneres show would probably go out to the streets, and there'd be all types of brawls, boondocks, people throwing chairs. I'm mad.
That's it.
Who knows how that would go? Most definitely. But Ellen, how do y'all feel about that? Have you guys heard about anything what's going on with Ellen, or
who's that?
Keep up with that? Does anybody even care about Ellen?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that, man. Started looking into it a little bit. Crazy situation, man.
Hey, Greg. Greg did it.
Yeah. It's one of those things for me that, like, we look at these people like they're either in or they're out. And until anything happens, they're in. And I'm in a position in my field where I get lots of hate, and it's a position where people don't even know me. People don't know what I do, don't know how much goes into what I do, but they hate me for certain reasons. And I got so much going on that I can seem like I'm dismissive at times.
Right.
I admit that, but it's one of those things that it has nothing to do with the people. It's all about everything else that's going on.
Oh no.
And we put these people, these celebrities, in this position where we forget that they're people. I'm not excusing anything that anyone's done.
Right.
But I'm just saying that, like, we can't just live by throwing people in or out. Throwing them under the bus just because
they're not in cohesion with what you're saying, right?
Right.
How you feel about that, Al?
Man, so for me, it's like my honest kind of first reaction to it is, okay, this has been going on. Like somebody's just finally ringing the bell. It's finally coming to the light. But I kind of chuckle at the people who are kind of caught off guard by this kind of news, or that kind of react in this way, like they're shocked and can't believe it. It's like, this is not new. We've known and heard, whether you want to call it gossip tabloids, anecdotal stuff, rumors, whatever. And it was like, that there's this dark underside to Hollywood. Like, you've heard people mention it time and time again. So when these kind of stories come out, it's like, oh, So somebody finally red flagged that, or they finally was able to get enough, or somebody was finally, brave enough to speak up.
Brave enough, right.
And I
Exactly.
commend them for that. These kind of things do need to get addressed, but it's like the shock to me is just funny because we know this stuff is going on. Like
Right.
you know it is, and it's one of the things, kind of like what Godfather was saying. It's like we put these celebrities on a pedestal, but in reality, they're human beings just like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? So they're, they make mistakes. There's going to be good celebrities, going to be, so-called bad celebrities, going to be truly bad celebrities, because we don't know what people are doing behind closed doors until, that stuff gets exposed. So,
Right.
it's not that I'm,
Well,
desensitized from it, but it's kind of like, well, yeah, this is finally coming out.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna add a little color to what you guys are saying. So, to answer some of the questions of what's going on with Ellen, apparently behind the scenes, the culture that's been going on is not a friendly environment. She, not just herself, but the executive producers that are on the show have, especially, I guess they're pointing out more the executive producers than Ellen. As far as Ellen goes, when it comes to personability, she was more or less, if you said hi to her, she would just walk past you. Uh, some of the pranks that she set up on her show that you guys actually, there's some people actually got to witness, um, were completely impromptu. The people really didn't have any idea what was going on, and although they were sports about it, it kind of rubbed them the wrong way. As far as the executive producers go, there were a lot of other racy things going on. There people of color facing racism and not feeling especially inclusive, that there were parties going on that maybe people who they were more favorited towards would be invited to, and the rest of the staff, pretty much had to go home or look at the skybox from outside with tears running out of their eyes because they didn't get invited. So they actually have made some reports or some comments back here lately based on uh, some of the allegations that's been going on to try to, I guess, get ahead of it. And some of the things they have to go against are really difficult. Like, for example, her security guard was a person that they had interviewed. And as soon as I can find what his name is Tom Majorcake. That's his name, Tom Majorcake. I guess he must make a lot of money or make a lot of cake. Either way, it's major. And so he's one person that they went and interviewed, and he feels that the complaints that the employees have had are very valid. He's saying that Ellen is actually one person. He told us to Fox News. He said Ellen is one person that he's been assigned to, and he's been assigned to quite a few celebrities that has never taken the time to say hi to him. He did say, he went on to say that he spent a lot of time with her wife, DeRossi. I'm probably butchering
Portia de Rossi.
Yeah, Portia de Rossi.
Portia
And
de
he
Rossi.
he said that she was pleasant, but when she introduced him to Ellen, she pretty much gave him like a side glance. She just, whatever. So, a lot of the stuff that she was doing behind the scenes wasn't really, she like we were saying earlier, she was trying to attack it like a person, but when you are in that position and you're not just as like a kind of a CEO, but you're a celebrity and people are looking at you a certain way, you have to kind of attack it from multifaceted angles. And she just, and there, in a lot of the reviews here, she didn't really do that. She kind of let the executives take over, and a lot of the things that they were doing in the workplace that came out from an expose that BuzzFeed did is what got them investigated in the first place by Warner Media. So,
and you have to remember that the executive producers are the money on the show. And so,
exactly.
From a standpoint of what's wrong in Hollywood, it starts with the producers, the executive producers. Hey, all of us right here, right? We're the problem.
We are the problem.
No, it's the people with the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people that are paying. It's the people that are sitting there and making sure that Josh says what he's supposed to say in the morning and Chet does what he's supposed to do. So ultimately, it can be as much on the host as it is on the producers. It's a whole team effort. And as we've had stuff recently. We all know it's a team. You got to own it, move on from it.
Exactly. Most definitely. Let's see, Second Street Marvel, he says inclusivity. Fuck out of here. Like, I agree. Like, I'm just telling you what they said. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, as far as actually having to attack it any other kind of way, I mean, I don't see why I see why we hold celebrities to a certain standard. Yes. But it's like, if Al had a different take on this and he disagreed, I'm not going to go on Twitter and Discord, or in our case, better Discord, and try to be like, cancel Al because he's actually standing up for what Ellen wants, or even, Gina Carano. Like, if he was trying to go up against her, it's like, I'm not going to petition for him to get canceled. But because it's a celebrity and they don't go with the grain of what's going on, now we're ready to go on and cancel this person because they have their own personal view. Like, how you guys feel about that if that were to happen to you?
No doubt, no doubt. And to me, I since you brought it up with the whole Gina Carano thing, I think, shout to my man Josh. Excellent video. Y'all go check that out if you didn't see it. I think he did a really good job of breaking down kind of our stance and how we as a collective felt about that situation. And me personally, I'm finding this stuff very, very hilarious in the sense that this is what people are doing with their time in 2020. Now, granted, we got a lot more time in 2020 for, various reasons these days. A lot of people sitting at home with not a lot to do, going through social media, just looking for things. And you got people waiting to be triggered. And I feel like that whole Gina Carano thing is like, here's a reason for us to get triggered. Let's go. And it's kind of, the crazy thing about it is we're training ourselves to react in these certain ways and to align ourselves with certain things that really is starting to blur the line in an ethical standpoint, because it was one of the points that Josh pointed out is you have people in the fandom menace that might want to stand up and, stand up for Gina and show support for Gina, but because they don't want to look like they're crossing over or vice versa, it's like they're choosing not to say anything because they don't want, whether it's a content creator, whether it's a community, they don't want to be looked at like on the opposition of their own kind of group. And I just think that's ridiculous. Like, I can't believe that somebody would put their allegiance to the fandom menace, or even the other side of that above this conversation. Like, that's just insane to me, man. But Godfather, what are you thinking about it?
Yeah.
So what's crazy to me is that when we actually just stop to react as a human and see what the controversy is about and react as a human, I feel like in this day and age, we're just setting ourselves up for being thrust to one side or the other. It's like I looked at the picture, I looked at the caption that came along after it, and I was like, okay, like, I understand the point she's making. Cool. And then it's like, wait, what side does that mean I'm standing on? And I think that's what's so maddening is it's like you can't react as a human without being pushed one side or the other and not even knowing what side you're getting pushed to.
Exactly.
And like, I looked at that and I was just like, okay, to me, that's just a boomer. Doesn't know how to use social media. The caption probably should have came in the same tweet. Period.
Right. Well, she was also getting like bots. She was getting trolled by bots too. Yeah. And a lot of the bots that were trolling her were making it look like she was against certain things because they would have like BLM on their Twitter name or post that or whatever, and then she would block them. But who knows how that conversation really went? You know what I mean? Who knows that they were in her inbox or completely trolling her the whole time, and now she blocked them. Not because of premise that they're trying to say it was on, but because of her actually getting trolled for it.
And to a further extent, not to and we won't go down this rabbit hole, but just for those who may not know, there is kind of a group of people who, while they support the advancement and the equal rights movement as it is in 2020 with Black Lives Matter, there are certain people who are choosing to kind of disassociate themselves with that moniker per se, but still wanting to see that equality and that movement progress and evolve, but just not that specific moniker they don't want to associate with for whatever reason. So, that's another thing that could be that I don't think anybody really takes consideration into when they're, calling out the fact that she was, so-called not supporting that or blocking people with that in their ID or what have you.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. Most definitely.
I mean, if I got blown up like that on Twitter, I'd be blocking everyone too.
Right.
You know,
it wouldn't matter what you're saying. I don't want that kind of, I can't handle my pocket vibrating that much. Will get me off. I mean, that's not something that we can have happened during After Dark. Well, maybe during After Dark, but not during
not during After Dark, man. We wouldn't have a show, man. That's
no, yeah. Hopefully, after dark, like way
after dark 3.7.
Right. In the morning. Whatever that is to.
For all of you, it's After Dark. For me here in beautiful California, it's barely sunset.
Before dusk.
All right, well, let's take you to the chat. Pretty much, we can go on backwards from talking about the Gina Carano, the Ellen, or we can go back and talking about how PlayStation is better than Xbox. Where do you guys feel like sinking your teeth into as far as what we've been talking about so far? Where you guys are out there too, right? OP slash in California.
Sunset. Right.
It'd be killing me too because I'll be playing Borderlands with them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Oh my god, it's late. I'm tired. It's 12 o'clock," and I'm like, "Are you serious? It's 3 o'clock here. I'm playing with y'all from 8 to 3 in the morning, and you're gonna try to tell me you're tired? I got to be at work at 9 in the morning."
Man, I remember them days, man. I can't do it like that no more, man. I wish I could, but it just ain't happening. I tried by about 1:30, 2 o'clock. I'm like running into the wall on the game and stuff. Like, why is Al's player like running in place? Like, nah, I'm gone, man. I'm out of there.
Right. Yeah. He's over here running into walls, trying to play with his daughter.
Yeah, man. Look, she was so sick with me that night too. I was like, baby, I'm sorry. That is no good right now. I'm gonna have to take a nap and we get back at this another time.
Most definitely. Godfather, what kind of games do you play? You got PlayStation or you got an Xbox?
So I got an Xbox, but it's on a shelf somewhere.
Good.
Where it should be.
I play Marvel Contest of Champions. That's my jam.
Okay.
That's my secret.
I gotta get back
Nice.
into that.
And Marvel Realm of Champions is getting ready to drop here in a couple of weeks. Looks like we're gonna get some gameplay next week. So, but no, yeah, I play the mobile just as I can, but I don't have time to play very many games. My kids, my son is just turned 10 and he's super into Fortnite still. So,
Gotcha.
yeah,
we're gonna have to smuggle you into PlayStation into the office. Then we can't let that happen.
Yeah.
Can't
Unacceptable.
take it down.
Unacceptable, bro.
How about we get a giveaway going on After Dark and make sure that I win?
You can buy all the raffle tickets and we got you.
If you get the $8 million point question that Al asked earlier, we could probably see something. We could probably
We might make something work. We might make something work.
Yeah, we might.
It's easy. It's the Hangover, right?
It's not quite so easy. Yeah, we're gonna have to set up so we can show everybody.
Yeah, man. We have
the
to
dark side, our side. Of things.
Oh man,
Our side of things.
that'd be a nice After Dark watch party, man.
Most definitely.
All
Anyways,
seven.
I'm gonna get on everything always and go like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all the shit that he tells me to do after every single video so I can get a PS4.
Recite Einstein's theories are relatively backwards, the whole nine. Yeah, bro, you got a lot of stipulations for this PlayStation that I'm sure is still sitting there waiting to be won.
We got some good games popping up here in the chat. So Justin Simone, he says he plays Mortal Kombat, Madden, Battlefront, the National Hockey League, NHL, and Marvel Future Fight, which is what I was going to ask you about, Al, if you played Future Fight.
No,
it's
sir.
A mobile game.
No, I haven't played Future Fight, man. Is that something I should get into?
Yeah.
played Future Fight for a little while back in the day, but I don't know. I'm just into Contest of Champions, man. It's got such a good integration with the Marvel universe, and until the MCU just decided to take the year off, it really tied in well, and we could see stuff that was coming, because of the data mine files and all that kind of stuff. So it was interesting to watch that.
Yeah, no, I play Future Fight, and I'm actually not playing it at the current moment, but I come and go because what I like to do is you play those types of games, and say you play them for like a month or so, and then you stop playing for like a month or so. When you come back on, they give you all types of upgrades and updates and stuff like that. So I wind up leveling up my characters in a couple of hours, where you've been playing this whole time, and I got the new character and all the points, and I've only played it for like 2 hours. So, but it's
that
really
man
good.
done learned to hack.
Yeah. It's like a little 4-player type deal, but you control all your characters, and or I think it's 3 people actually, and you kind of like switch them in and out, and you can pick all types of people on the roster if you can unlock them. So they even have people like the whole X-Men rosters on there. They got the Fantastic Four now, Silver Surfer. For some of the OGs, they have Captain Marvel that's been on there. You can get Captain America. I think he was the first character that I got. And you can just pretty much you build out a whole team as you unlock them. You can unlock villains as well. You can get Loki. My man back there in the background was a Bone Crusher. You can get a whole plethora of people. I'm not really too much of a villain, so I'm having a hard time naming them off. I give 500 points to everybody in the chat. It gives me a good list of villains. That's most likely on the game. They have a bunch of comic people on there.
No doubt. Okay.
And I see that we have a whole bunch of PlayStation fans in here. I think Josh done chimed out after I said PlayStation was better than Xbox. He was like, you know what? Forget this stream.
Hey man, it's
all right.
It's all right, man.
Yeah, Josh.
I told you, Wade is just a pain in the ass, and he'll just sit there and talk all night.
Should let him end the show. Just what does he got to say for the next? What does Wade have to say for the next 5 minutes?
He's got a party mode.
Time for a little talk therapy. I want you to look deep inside and tell me about your superhero origin story.
I actually had one of those. Cap wish he has
Yes,
one
Bob.
of those.
Where do you think that feeling comes from?
I'll call you later.
Huh?
I think it's so cool. I wish I had one. Low key wish I had.
What makes you think that that's the case?
Party mode's coming on.
Can he hear me?
This is when he's gonna.
And what do you think
I don't think
of
he can
that
hear
is?
No.
We don't want that kind of
Interaction.
echo in
That's
this.
a great thing. I'm proud of you. Nope, that's over. That'll be $38,000.
Oh wow. $38.
Really?
He's,
That's so true.
I guess he's talking to one of his voices.
He's in party mode, so he's just acting like a random guest at the party.
Right. Like, you're supposed to walk him around to people.
Choking hazard! Choking hazard!
600 different things.
I'm gonna give 500 points to Gavin Cooley in the chat here. Give me Crossbones, Ultron, Thanos, the Black Order, Loki. He says
Thanos.
more. Yeah, Thanos
Thanos.
is in the game too, though. For real. Yeah, Thanos.
So Thane
Thanos.
and Thanos. Yeah, sure. I was trying to go through the list of like 240 characters in Contest of Champions right now.
Okay.
It's
Damn.
absolutely insane. We got everyone. We got everyone, like everyone. We got Squirrel Girl. We've got Airwalker that's coming in this month. You know, Herald of Galactus. We got Sasquatch and Guardian that came in last month because BAM is a Canadian company, and they want to make sure that July is not America's holiday. So they brought in all the Canadian heroes last month. We got everyone you could think of.
Okay. To answer Stephen J in the chat, he said, "Is that Ryan's real voice. No, that's actually Jason from Polyhedral Paradise. He did a great job at the voiceovers there. I got to give him credit.
Props.
Yeah. I mean, it's not fair. Okay. So he gets to sound like Ryan Reynolds and he gets to look like John Ritter. So you trust the guy just by looking at him. And then when you hear him talk, you're just swept. It's just not fair.
It's all over. It's all over at that point, man.
Not fair at all. So, all righty, guys. So I do have a question for you guys. Like I have a question every week, and I want you guys to leave your answers in the chat in the comments after the show. And as always, we're going to go over again next week. So my question for you guys to leave in the comments is, who do you feel is the most underrated hero? Who do you feel is the most underrated hero? Now, it's any brand. It actually doesn't even have to stay Marvel or DC. You can include Dark Horse, any hero that you feel is underrated. Hell, could even get his own movie or TV show on Disney Plus. Who do you feel is the most underrated hero?
So I guess that's your way of hooking me back in for next week to tell the story of my client that asked me that question before he would sign his $30,000 contract.
That sounds really interesting.
That is a good story, man.
I'll get into it next week.
I like it. I think we might have just officially found guest number 2.
Right. And we have to bring the Deadpool head back.
Yep, Deadpool's got to come back too, else it's no deal, man.
Most definitely. All righty, guys. I hope everybody got that question. I want to see those in the comments.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let that marinate. I'm pretty sure I got my idea, my choice locked and loaded, but I'm gonna marinate on it just a little bit more and make them wait till next week for that one.
Right. Yeah. Most definitely. Godfather, you got anything you want to end on before we go? You want to tell us a little something at all?
I think I'm good. I don't need to get into it too much this week. I've got a good story for next week. Good answer to the question. Well, I'll turn on Mr. Wade here and have him say a couple of goodbyes.
Is X-Men the animated series still on?
Should be.
Well, as Deadpool chimes us out, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get
the hell out of here, man.
Yes, sir. We will catch you next week on After Dark.
Lavish, been real.
Godfather, Al, signing out. Peace.
I hope you read the user agreement. There is a lot of weird stuff in there.